Hello and welcome to the Suffolk Insider, your weekly source to events and news on campus. I'm your host, Delaney Fischetti. Studying abroad is a popular choice for Suffolk students. Hundreds apply each year and are sent off to destinations around the world. We're here with Kelly Schreiber from the Study Abroad Peer Mentors, who can attest to the success of the study abroad programs. Thanks for joining us, Kelly.
You're welcome.
So you studied abroad for your first 2 years in Madrid. Can you tell me a little bit more about that experience?
Yeah, so it was an amazing experience. I loved it so much. Instead of starting out at Boston, I started in Madrid, which studying abroad is just a really amazing experience, going to a completely different country with a completely different language, meeting other Suffolk students from Spain and other countries. I just loved it a lot.
Yeah. What were some of your favorite destinations that you were able to travel to?
So a few of my favorite cities in Spain are Seville and San Sebastian. And then I was lucky because I got to travel a lot throughout the 2 years. And we always there's no Friday classes, so it's always a 3-day weekend. A few of my favorite places were Krakow in Poland, which was a really pretty city. Everyone was really friendly. London, England. And then I went to, I'm blanking on the name, Mallorca, which is an island off of the coast of Spain in the Mediterranean.
It's amazing that you got to experience all of that.
Yeah.
So did Suffolk make it easy for you to find classes on their campus in Madrid?
Yeah, because it's Suffolk's own campus, there's a lot of the same classes, and a lot of people do their general requirements when they're there. So when I was a freshman and sophomore, it was a lot of like English and math classes. People do history, like Spanish classes, so it's really easy to find classes.
Perfect. And do you have any advice for students that are considering studying abroad?
My first piece of advice would be do it. Even if I know it's scary and you may think you aren't going to do it and you're afraid to go to a different country and be away from your friends, my first piece of advice is just do it. Go ahead and apply and that's the first step. I think that's maybe the hardest. Second piece of advice would be to save money, because you're definitely going to want to spend money while you're there, to travel, to go shopping, to eat, and then just be really positive and open-minded while you're there.
That's awesome advice.
Yeah.
So I know that there's Madrid. Is there any other popular destinations that Suffolk students can go to?
Yeah, I feel like talking to students, it seems like a lot of people also like going to Italy and England, and the UK is a popular area. Also Australia. A lot of students go to Australia.
I would like to go there.
Yeah.
So is there any events coming up in the Study Abroad Peer Mentors?
Yep. So August 27th, we're having our Around the World lunch. So we're just having it's a free event where there's food from some of the different countries where you can study abroad. We're going to have music. We want to have some sort of photo booth thing. So it's October 27th from 1 to 2 in Donahue 403.
I'll be sure to check that out.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for talking with us, Kelly. With Family Weekend fast approaching, there's a flurry of events happening next weekend. Our Suffolk Insider reporter, Sydney Bruce, has the scoop on the Performing Arts Office variety show, Fall Fest.
Fall Fest is Suffolk's longest-running annual tradition where students and staff are able to let their hidden talent shine in a fun variety show which spotlights Suffolk's performing arts. I'm here with Morgan Pritchard, one of the cast members from the show. Thanks for joining us, Morgan.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so first question is, tell us a little bit about yourself and what year you are here at Suffolk.
So I'm a senior, so I'm graduating this year. I'm really excited.
That's so exciting.
And I have a double major in environmental studies in theater.
Okay, cool. Okay, so since today's topic will be focused on Fall Fest, can you give us a little rundown on what's approaching and Fall Fest, its history with Suffolk?
So this is its 42nd year at Suffolk. It's a variety show. So that means people can come in and kind of show their own talent. So whether they sing or dance or juggle, whatever it is, the PAO wants to just showcase that.
Okay, cool. And what can students and parents expect to see during Fall Fest?
Well, the company does a lot of numbers. So we'll perform a song and we'll do a dance, and then it'll be broken up with individual acts. So people around campus can come in and audition, and they will do their own talent. So it's kind of like they'll do individual talents, and then it'll be a big group number. So.
Okay, cool. And as a company member of Fall Fest, what is your role in the show, and how long have you been involved in Fall Fest?
So I did Fall Fest my freshman year, and it was the first thing I got involved in at Suffolk. So this is my second year doing Fall Fest, and I have a solo in the opening song, so it's kind of like my number, so I'm really excited.
That's so exciting.
But it's just really fun to be a part of, so.
Cool. And do you have any advice for those who might want to get involved with Fall Fest after they see the show, or do you have like any advice for them?
Yeah, I would definitely say do it. Like I said, it was my first thing that I got involved in at Suffolk, and it's how I met a lot of my friends. I met my best friend doing Fall Fest.
Oh.
So I would definitely say get involved as soon as possible because it's so much fun.
Can you give us any hidden surprises that we might expect, or stuff that, might come as a surprise to all of us?
Yeah, there's one number that there'll be some familiar faces. So if you've been at Suffolk for a while, you'll see some old familiar faces. So.
Okay, and as a part of Family Weekend, where students and their families will be able to see everything and explore Suffolk, what would you recommend for the events that they should attend?
There's an event at the Boston Museum of Science on the Saturday night, and it's like Suffolk Night of Boston. So all the students can go in, you can buy tickets, and you just get to see more of Suffolk's performing arts groups perform. So I'm in Rampage Show Choir, so we'll be performing that night as well, along with Wicked, The Ramifications. So you really get to see a lot of Suffolk's performing arts groups there.
Okay. And what are the dates that Fall Fest will fall on?
So Fall Fest is next weekend. It's Friday, October 23rd at 7:30, and Saturday the 24th at 2 p.m.
Okay, cool. And on a final note, what would you say to those who are still on the fence about attending Fall Fest or Family Weekend? What would you say to them to get them to come?
I would definitely say everyone should come out. It's the last Fall Fest that'll be in the C. Walsh Theater. So that's kind of the theme, is goodbye to the C. Walsh. So we tried to make it as much of an inclusive show with the audience as possible. So it would really just be great if everyone could come out and just really say goodbye to the C. Walsh in a nice way.
Thanks for joining us, Morgan. Back to you, Delaney.
That's it for this week's episode. If you'd like to see more from The Insider, be sure to look for us on the Suffolk Boys Multimedia section. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.